And we bring you the details and updates as to what exactly happening in the court in regards to this crisis. But first up, the headlines. Verdict out in 2017 actress assault case involving Malayalam actor Dileep. Court says 6 accused guilty but acquits Dileep. Republic accesses video of the moment when fire broke out in Goa nightclub that killed 25 people. Owner of the nightclub, who is on the run, issues statement, says he is willing to help the families who lost their loved ones. Bihar NDA MPs meet Prime Minister Modi in Parliament, congratulate him on Bihar's win. Prime Minister Modi to kick off debate on 150 years of Vande Mataram in Lok Sabha shortly. Viewers, we have some breaking news coming in on the broadcast. Indigo issue has reached the apex court. The Supreme Court has expressed concern over the ongoing chaos caused by the cancellation and delays in the flights of Indigo Airlines. CJI noted that people are stranded at the airports and many of them may have health issues. However, the Supreme Court said the government has taken cognizance of the matter. CJI also mentioned that it is a very serious matter. Lakhs of people are stranded at the airport. They also mentioned that the government of India has taken timely action and cognizance of the issue. People may have health issues, etc. The plea is likely to be listed as per routine. The entire Indigo aviation crisis has reached the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court has said that the government of India has taken timely cognizance of the issue. However, the case will be listed for the matter during routine. Shambhavi is joining us live to give us more details. Shambhavi, take us through the developments coming in, because the Indigo aviation crisis has now reached the doors of the Supreme Court. When are we expecting the hearing to take place?
So this is basically, there are two petitions in question. The first petition was in the Supreme Court, which was requesting a suo motu action. The Supreme Court itself, where the CJI and the bench said that we understand that it's a very grave and that the situation has got out of hand, and that there are several who are stranded here at the airport. There could be health issues, and there are several other factors which needs to be considered, and we understand the gravity of the situation, but we also acknowledge the fact that the central government has taken cognizance of the matter and they're currently working on it, so there is no urgency as such. Now, this was just on the mentioning of the said petition. The petition is not listed yet, but it will likely be listed in the routine list itself. The other petition is in the Delhi High Court, where the nature of the same was pretty similar, where they were asking that, okay, you take cognizance of the fact that Indigo should at least refund the amount to the people, to hundreds and thousands of people whose flight was cancelled and delayed. And there are several other repercussions of the same, where the court again, even the Delhi High Court said that we understand that it's a very grave issue, but we also acknowledge that the government has taken cognizance of the matter and is currently working on it, but we will list the matter on Wednesday. So for the Delhi High Court, this petition is now listed for Wednesday, that is just day after tomorrow, and we are yet to know that what is the date when this petition will be listed in Supreme Court. Back to you.
That's right, Shambhavi, as you mentioned that the observations taken by the Chief Justice of India was during the mentioning. The case is yet to be listed in front of the Supreme Court, but on Wednesday it will be taken up in the High Court. So what are we expecting? What are the likely arguments that are going to be coming forward?
See, definitely in this entire fiasco, there are basically three issues which have been brought up by the passengers who are the main victims of this entire crisis. The first one was the unavailability of proper resources, be it food, be it water, be it accommodation, and Indigo was of zero help. The second one was they were not being informed about the fact that whether their flight is just being delayed or being cancelled. So they were stranded right here at the airport, not just the IGI airport, but also its several airports all across India. So there was a communication gap, lack of accountability from Indigo's end, and also the fact that fellow airlines and even the hotels nearby, they were charging unjustified amount of money. They were taking undue advantage of the people. So these are the arguments which are likely to be brought up, that Indigo has not taken accountability, full accountability, and the real reason is somewhat still not known. It says this expands beyond the FDTL rules and Indigo's failure to adapt the FDTL rules. So these are the arguments which are likely to be brought up at least in on Wednesday in the Delhi High Court.
That's right. Shambhavi, it's an ongoing aviation crisis that is going on, and there are several people who have been affected. Since the Supreme Court has already taken this matter into note, that the central government has already taken timely cognizance, do you think that the Supreme Court will also go ahead and issue directives to the central government, and then the central government takes action against the airlines? Or do you think the Supreme Court will have direct orders for the Indigo Airlines? How does it look like on that front?
See, Arianka, issuing directions from the Supreme Court seems to be a little far-fetched thing, because A, they have very clearly pointed out that since the issue is already being addressed and taken cognizance of by the government, so it is already being dealt with, so there is no need of urgent intervention or judicial intervention at this point. So it seems very unlikely that Supreme Court will issue any directive, but it was also hinted that, of course, they will allow the listing of the petition. So it depends that once the hearing starts and what kind of arguments are made from both the ends, that is when we will know that what kind of judicial intervention are we looking at here. But as of now, the Supreme Court did not seem very interested or eager in participating or even intervening at this point, given that the government has already taken care of it and the resolution is underway. Back to you.
That's right, Shambhavi. Thank you for giving us those details on what exactly happens when the hearing takes place in the Supreme Court. Moving on, viewers, we have some news and updates coming in. We bring you around